Captains, the new year is here. Let's get rolling with a short fuse 2-week new update that brings new stuff just in time. 40 milestones with a variety of prizes and Super Santa 23 container as the ultimate reward. Blast through it to stock up some resources in preparation for the upcoming updates. New and exciting ways of waging battles await you. Play 2 new Brawl seasons this update with tweaks to high-tier cruisers and battleship stats and characteristics, and win yourself some prizes. Brawl is a perfect way to chill and have fun. As many as 7 French tech tree destroyers are getting significantly rebalanced, with extra charges of main battery reload booster being added. Italian tech tree cruisers from Tier 2 onward get access to semi-armor piercing shells. And an adjustment of high explosive shells penetration on top of all that. There's a lot coming. Oh wait, is that USS Rochester cruiser with the smoke generator available in the store? Sure is her. Make this year a great one and turn the tide.
Hello and welcome everyone to the first update of 2023. We are here. It's a small update. We don't have a ton to show you in terms of new ships or anything like this, but we have a bunch of small, big changes in terms of how HE penetration works, how French destroyers perform in game, and SAP for the Italian cruisers. I'm not alone today, and I'm joined by our usual guests, Final Boss. Oh. That's not Final Boss. That is Orochi.
That was me hitting. It's been a while since I've been on stream, so I'm getting the buttons wrong right off the gate. Hello, I'm Final Boss. It's great to finally be on stream again. It's been a while. I had a minor surgery last time, so I wasn't able to come on here. But it's great to see you all again. And not only that, but we're joined by...
Hello, everyone. I'm Orochi. Welcome you to the post-Christmas New Year stream. The party never ends, indeed. And after our last Christmas stream and our, let's say, we did a nice content piece all together, didn't we, guys?
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, I hope you all got to watch that one. We're back in, on frame, on camera right now. So let's dive into it, see what the recent update has to offer. So where should we get started, actually?
Let's check the 3-person interview. No, it's not been updated. So, right. So we're gonna have to go one by one and transfer traces.
Well, we could just go right into the game if you want.
But before we go, so what is the HE change?
So I'm sure that we'll have plenty of questions about it. So essentially, before this update, we had an old rule that we called either the -1 rule or the greater than rule, where your high explosive penetration, which you would get on a normal ship by taking the size of the gun divided by 6, then you would get your HE penetration. You round up or down properly, and you have your HE penetration value. Then you would subtract 1, and that would be how much armor you could pin, or you would be able to pin armor that was less than that value. But now you can HE pin the number that is the same as that value. So 152 divided by 6 equals 25 millimeters of armor, which means that you can now penetrate 25 millimeters of armor, where formerly you would only penetrate 24.
And which ships do you think were affected the most by this?
Yeah, this will affect tier 6 and tier 5 and 6 tier 5 and 6 light cruisers the most, armed with 152 millimeter guns, but will also affect ships like ZF6, Z35, Z46, and a bunch of eventually German secondary battleships will see some improvements as well. However, there are a few German battleships that aren't quite fully modernized yet, and that will come in the future. So
okay. All right, so shift the camera to your point of view, to your gameplay.
Yep.
So, as the patch notes have stated, and some of you might be aware, this update brought in the new Tier 7 American cruiser, Rochester.
Yep.
I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Yeah, Rochester. It's
Rochester.
Yeah. This represents the Oregon City class, which kind of is the bridge between the Baltimore class heavy cruisers and the Des Moines class heavy cruisers, where it uses the superstructure that you would see later on in Des Moines. Let me actually grab my Des Moines real quick. If I can find it. There we go.
You could have just filtered by legendary.
Sure. But the superstructure is very much the same. This is what we call the pyramid type superstructure, where it just kind of goes in a pyramid towards the middle and uses a better secondary layout so that there's less top weight and stability issues and better firing arcs for the anti-aircraft. Overall, this ship is essentially, think Baltimore with a smoke screen instead of a radar, or a heel, and with much better anti-aircraft firepower.
Equipped with the DFAA consumable, in fact.
Yep. And the shells perform the same as essentially Azure Lane Baltimore. They don't have the same sort of extra velocity that normal Baltimore gets. So there are some differences here. The main hallmark of this ship is the ability to use a smoke generator, which is unique for American cruisers, except for Flint, and as well as a sonar. So you get the smoke sonar duo and defensive AA fire.
Okay. Oh, so before we crack into it, so there's currently a few questions already coming about this update's campaign. So as some of you have noticed, this campaign is a 2-week-long campaign.
Yep.
Around about this time of year, because our developers are humans, they have their families and friends, and they take some time with their loved ones over the holidays. It is also an opportunity because obviously because the campaign comes in 5 weeks at a time. There's usually a week or two left at the end of the year or at the start of the following year. So what we'll do is we'll add a 2-week campaign in place, just so that we can get everything back on schedule with the cycle. Mm-hmm. Because it's only a 2-week campaign, as you've noticed, there's only 40 milestones. However, the Admiralty backing costs the same, it's 2,500, but the campaign on the first stage rewards you instantly with 1,250 doubloons back, so it's somewhat discounted. And the predominant focus of this campaign is the sheer amount of commander leveling resources you can get inside of this. If I recall, it's 4 insignias, 4 universal accommodations. I think it's 18 promotion orders or 20. I don't know the specific number of that off the top of my head. But it's a very large amount of commander leveling resources. It has the Bureau research points and a few other things. So for 1,250 doubloons, I think it's quite a good deal, personally, in my opinion. Obviously, it rewards the container at the end. That is the final milestone. But I think overall, when you look at the total rewards obtainable for a discounted 2-week, it's fine. So, it's 2 weeks. You can take a break, or you can crack in it. And but we have a lot of exciting things coming in the following update, which we won't talk about here.
Yep.
If you have any questions about the campaign, shoot them over, and I'll try my best to answer them. We have the breakdown available on the blog post on the Reddit, where you can see a summary of all the missions. We have Battle Prowess in this as well. So if you purchase Admiralty backing, you gain access to Battle Prowess, which is a series of missions which are completable each week to obtain additional renown to help you complete the campaign faster.
Yep.
And we will play our first game. So who would like to play Rochester to begin with?
Well, first we need to get into a division.
We do, yes.
So let's get into the division, and I think I can play Rochester. We can have 2 Rochesters on the same team, maybe.
I invite both of you.
Okay.
So Rochester is a Oregon City class cruiser, which entered service just after World War II, but did see service during the Korean War, and is notable for joining the HMS Newcastle and being basically the only ships to have shot down a attacking aircraft during the Korean War. I believe it shot down an IL-2 from and the notable thing about Rochester that makes her different than her 2 sister ships, or 2.5 sister ships, kind of, is that she received much greater anti-aircraft upgrades, including the 3-inch 70 gun that you see on the Worcester and on Des Moines, instead of the more typical 40 millimeter Bofors.
I don't seem to have received the invite. By the
For
way.
me, it did come at a delay. But not only that, we have Italian Tech Tree cruisers have now received their SAP module. So you can go, if you already have a module equipped in the 4th slot, I believe you'll have to uninstall that module to then equip the SAP module.
Yep.
And we also have the French destroyer rework, the long teased French GD rework, which has essentially just made them a stronger gunboat,
Yep.
if I believe correctly.
Yeah, that's the idea. So it reduced the torpedo abilities of most of the destroyers and increased their main gun capabilities through increasing their shell damage. And one of them received a increased reload, but mainly they all received a second main battery reload booster with either increased duration or decreased cooldown time. So overall, these ships should be have improved gunfighting power, and we hope that they will have retain their same level of performance, or maybe even have a little bit of better performance over time, because most of these ships are doing fairly well in the meta. So
We'll see.
Yep.
Okay, right, let's crack in for the first game, because we've been sat here talking for a while, I think.
Yep.
I still don't have the invite.
Okay.
I've invited you twice.
I will try and invite you as well. Hold on.
Otherwise, I'll just make the division.
I've sent you an invite.
Nope, it's fine. I'll just invite you guys. Sorry, I'll take the
Okay.
division.
I'll have to leave this division then.
Okay, so who's playing Rochester?
I think me and you
Handle?
are.
Okay.
I'll play an Italian cruiser.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
I have to set them up with SAP though. I don't actually have them set up. So what I can do is, if I switch to my point of view, I can show you how to change them to SAP, because I'm doing that right now. So we'll go to cruisers. I'm going to pull up a tech trees only. Okay, so for Amalfi, for example, we're going to go in, and it's the final upgrade slot. Is it not this one here? Yeah. So we're going to uninstall the hull, and we're going to equip.
The armor layout of Rochester is 27 millimeter plating that you should be used to with tier 7 American cruisers. So it's very similar to Baltimore in this sense. The turrets are fairly well protected. There's a sizable main belt, and the citadel is just barely above the waterline in the middle of the ship.
Oh,
You're good.
I moved it. The camera angle is unfortunately on me when you was displaying that.
Ah, sorry. So I didn't think about
It's
that.
back on you again now. So you can show when the game's over. It's been a while since I've been in control of our control panel here for a stream, so I'm a bit
Yeah,
lucky.
we're all a bit out of the loop in terms of.
blame me for the problems. There are no giveaways this stream.
Nope.
There's a short update
So-
stream for us.
Yep. So we're taking things a little bit easy for the start of the year, but again, the SAP module for Italian cruisers has been a long time request and long time in coming, and so the sort of testing phase for SAP is pretty much over, and we are now releasing it to everybody. On some ships, you'll find it easier than others because some ships had main battery modules already. On the ships that already had them, like Trento, for example, you will have to unequip the current one to equip the new one, because essentially the idea is that you get the option between improved HE or SAP ammo.
Okay, so do we just go A, try to spot a TD, then switch to B side? Or actually, we're getting a TD on our side, so maybe an A push
Yeah, I'm gonna stay on the A side.
is the best, yeah. Oh, what's that?
Sorry.
So when it comes to collaborations, we cannot announce or talk about anything until they are announced officially. So because that is covered by the various agreements that we have with our partners. So We cannot answer anything that has not been announced.
I'm being targeted by someone. Not sure who. Oh, it's the Cleveland. Okay.
Cleveland's reversing. Interesting.
Oh, Talon's coming in. Okay.
Radar.
Sorry.
I'm still radared. Okay. Nice job.
What is the AP pen of the Rochester?
The armor piercing penetration of Rochester is going to be the same as Azure Lane Baltimore or Des Moines or Buffalo, where like it's generally quite good. The you have the improved penetration angles of American heavy cruisers,
Oh no.
but in order the AP pen, of course, changes with how far away your target is. So I can't give you a specific AP pen number.
But it's good.
It's good, yes. It's American. It's pretty like I don't think there are really any American ships with bad armor piercing.
Hola, terrible here. Get close.
I have a problem here. If someone can assist, I have a nose in Wichita.
I'm dealing with the left tube route.
Okay. Not pretty poggers. And a battleship shooting me. No. Maybe I can sap his superstructure, maybe? Yes, I can. Somewhat. Nice kill.
Yeah, I think I'm dead.
I'm trying to retreat into this island and just turn out last minute because I'm using a pretty good rudder build to try and run.
Oh, so you went rudder build?
Yeah, I actually, believe it or not, so this is a build which I cloned from one of our CCs. Do I need to mention who it is when I say it's a rudder build?
No, I wanna try that. Like, send me after. Like, honestly.
It turns quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Italian cruisers have not quite British, but it's still improved acceleration and like turning performance. So they're quite nippy.
Ooh, it's a nice cheeky AP sub on the Wichita there.
Yup.
You got him on his broadside.
Bonk.
Do the turrets keep up with you when you turn? They can sometimes, unless you're talking about the Rochester.
I think that'll be an Amalfi question.
Oh,
Can I get this?
Oh,
Sorry.
oh. Try.
The Le Terrible had a terrible game. No, I think Le Terrible had a plan and a mission this game.
Like yes, there's a reload nerf when you're running SAP, but SAP has just such pen strength to begin with that like whenever you hit something, it hits really hard. Even destroyers, like you have AP for cruisers and SAP for destroyers, and if you even something like a nose-in battleship, you can adjust to SAP and just chunk their superstructure for full damage. They want to see SAP gameplay. Okay, sure. Trying my hardest to cap this objective.
Smoke screen set.
Oh,
It's like a 5k salvo as well. So
yeah.
like you can honestly smack their superstructure. SAP is really strong. Like it has a reload nerf, but it is strong. Because you can effectively just get decent pen damage on the superstructures and stuff. Or if a destroyer rushes you, you can instantly just punish them to the to the shadow realm. Oh, okay, hold on. I think my game volume's too loud. Yeah.
Autobots inferior. Decepticons superior.
Changed it, there we go. Mid game. Bonk.
Oh,
I take the pause menu, change my game sound, come out, instantly kill the guy. Okay. Check it's correct. Yeah, we should be good.
that was AP, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
Yeah,
So
the-
AP is still strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the reality MFGM is that the Italian cruisers almost across the board were already performing very well in comparison to other tech tree cruisers. So the SAP in general is quite a massive buff by itself. So there had to be some kind of trade-off in order to gain access to that. So in order to not make them completely the obvious pick. So that's why the reload was increased. It's already a long reload, but even with that, they're still very strong.
He fell a bit short there. Unless I aimed badly, I don't know. Come on. I'm trying to get him. I'm trying to bait him to get his turrets on me because I have the rudder to just turn last minute. Right now. Yeah, like this. Oh, oh.
It was 8C, so.
Yeah, it's a shame. I thought it was going to AP me there.
But rather though.
Even when they're nose in, SAP just smacks superstructure really hard. Oh, okay. Come on. It's loaded AP but didn't shoot at me. That's weird.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
shooting at me.
there we go. Okay. I managed to turn last minute and make him miss. Oh, he almost got me there on my Citadel. I didn't think he'd shoot me.
He's probably going to end up killing me unless we can get him out
Yeah,
quickly.
he tried. You got ricochets though. the rudder, our full rudder Amalfi is just—it's hilarious because you can see the shells come out and like by the time they hit you, you're already turned in.
Yeah, the turret firing angles on Rochester are really, really nice.
So AP and just bonk. Boop. Nice.
Le bonk.
Lee bonk. You give him broadside, you see the guns turn towards you, your nose in, watch him ricochet.
Oh,
Troll build.
it's not even troll at this point. What do you mean?
Amalfi is a great cruiser. It's really good. I love Amalfi. And with Hipper's agile build, it is a bit meme. Just turn on a dime. I Citadel'd him through the front.
Wait, what?
I just Citadel'd Vittorio through the nose.
With SAP?
With normal AP.
Okay. I'll need to watch the clip on that one. Okay.
Are these developers or just fanboys?
We are,
I don't know, you can pick.
yeah,
Oh, obviously fanboys.
we are employees of Wargaming, community managers, and I am a history and mechanics specialist for the game. And we actually work on the game. We don't necessarily do code or anything like that, but we contribute to the development of the game. So if that defines us as developers in your eyes, then we are developers.
You don't want to see me programming, like, honestly.
Can you show the build? Sure, but I feel like if I'm going to show you the build, I have to give credit where it's due. Because this is not my build.
Yeah.
So this is a commander build which was featured by one of our community contributors, VII Hipper. So if you would like to see the build and him displaying it and showing you how... He's very good at teaching you how to use this build and showing you its play style. And I actually learned how to play this build by watching Hipper. So definitely check him out if you plan on playing like an agile Italian cruiser build. But this here is the build. So I'm running Soundwave with Ingenious, Full Speed Ahead, Sponge, Steer Clear, and By the Book. You can play around with some of these, like Sponge, for example. You can change it if you want to have more speed to kind of kite faster or get away. But I don't know. And then for the inspirations, I'm running Baltimore and Taco. Basically, it's just full wiggle. So I definitely check out Hipper. If you want agile builds that don't use collaboration commanders, I think he has videos on that as well. But the strength of a ship like this is you can broadside, and then the moment you see their guns turn towards you, you just nose in, make a miss, carry on. And you obviously have the ability to push destroyers with SAP now, which is just a huge buff for the ship. If you're running agile and you're in and out of a cap and contesting, and you're really in people's faces, you have the ability just to negate the area to destroyers now.
Yep.
It's huge. And the reload receives some criticisms, but play it and you'll just see. You'll see why. If you have fast reloading SAP, it would be a nightmare.
Okay, so let's see. We want to.
I'll make it on you so you can show the things Tread showed before.
Oh yeah, so let me show the Rochester armor scheme. So armor scheme is just like in Baltimore, 27mm all over the place with a main belt that is slightly above the waterline, and that's what you're looking at. So if you want to get citadel hits on this ship, make sure you are shooting underneath the superstructure, the center of the ship, and not underneath the turrets, because that will be that's the trap of American cruisers, because the citadel is well below the main turrets. And to compare with Baltimore, very much the same.
Okay, so should we go for another battle?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a French destroyer though.
I want to run the Italian cruiser again. I don't know. I'm in love with the SAP on this.
Yeah, do we want to do a different tier, or
Any tier you guys want.
let's do tier 8. Oh wait, no, you can't do an Italian cruiser.
Sad. I can change if you want to do tier 8.
But, yeah, we'll do tier 7 again. Let me set up La Fontaine. Don't have Violette leveled up, so I'll use Abonneau. He's bringing up the top 2. Yep, and some upgrades here. All right.
Okay,
So this update, we have changed the French destroyers into more gunboat destroyers. So hopefully I will be able to demonstrate this effectively to you. Probably won't be able to, because I'm a potato.
We're gonna
I
try.
feel like Robin would be the best person.
Yeah.
He's really good in
But
Destroyer.
Robin is on vacation, so
I know. That's why you got me here today, I think.
yeah. And so the main battery reload boosters have been increased from 1 to 2, and for Le Fantasque, the duration of it has increased from 15 seconds to 20 seconds, meaning you can dish out a ton of damage in a short amount of time. If you catch out like a cruiser broadside, or if you find another enemy destroyer and want to delete them quite quickly.
As mentioned earlier, unfortunately, because of various agreements and other things, we're not actually able to comment on future Azure Lane content if or when it does arrive. Where's the red button? I know I'm playing. That was a pretty strong game for me for a stream. I've got the red button hidden under my desk right now. Clearly.
We all do.
Wait, you don't have a red win button? What?
Yeah.
Okay, so B, I assume.
I'm kind of reluctant to push B with a carrier and.
Oh, come on. I have defensive AA.
So
Yeah, but they have battleships and the carrier can perma spot.
It's fine.
I'm kind of reluctant
Just
to.
agile out of the shots.
just turn quicker.
Just step. Like
That's a cute as
Duh.
well. Oh dear. Okay. Gonna shoot and turn away and just wiggle.
there is a CV on their team, so I'll probably get spotted. It's a Lexington, okay. So there, the saturation on French destroyers is the same as any other ship or destroyer in the game. I was under the impression that Mogador also or had improved saturation, but it does not. So there is effectively no difference. Let's see if I can get up this guy. There's my detectability.
I'm gonna hit him with the sap in a minute. Don't worry.
Jian Yang.
Yeah. I'm about to get a salvo of sap.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Kuduzov.
Saipan dropped him in smoke. Good job.
Okay, I think we are pushing B.
Yeah, we've got the
There's
BB.
only there is a
Oh, hi, Bismarck.
Kutuzov. Actually, there's a Bismarck that's quite angry.
He's very
Yeah,
angry
he's,
at me.
he's pushing, yeah.
That's most of my torpedoes.
Well, doesn't like eating snails. Why does this get brought up every stream? I'm not
Snails?
eating snails. Why is this like such
I
a
did
focus
not
point?
expect Bismarck right there, to be honest.
Yeah,
It came out of nowhere, yeah.
Oh, it was. Oh, they're in a division with the Kutuzov. I've been seeing some comments in the chat about divisions. Divisions do have a relatively large impact on the game, which is why we have limited them to a maximum size of 3, and that will not be increasing. But we also want people to be able to play together. So we're not going to be restricting people to where they can't play divisions, and we're not going to really change their matchmaking because that is not a good experience for anybody involved. So if you are running into problems with divisions, I would recommend you to try the looking for division feature and try to play with some other players, or you can try joining our Discord or some of our Facebook groups to try to get into some battles with some teammates, and maybe you can turn the tide a little bit against the other division players by playing in a division yourself.
speaking of divisions,
And we have no plans to switch off matchmaking with divisions or anything like
Oh,
that, because that slows down the matchmaking for everyone, including people who don't want to play divisions. So, no.
I'm like kiting so many targets at once right now. I'm just trying to stay alive. It's just this Bismarck shooting at me right now.
I didn't realize the Bismarck pushed as well.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hello. That's awkward.
You gonna ram him?
Yeah. I am the final torpedo. Okay.
Okay. Can at least make him a bit uncomfortable. Now that B's pretty much clear, I can kind of kite into B and just make this Marlborough a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, I think B is clear. No destroyers left.
Crossplay is able to be disabled because that is a requirement from both Xbox and PlayStation that they must be allowed to be able to do that, and so we can't remove that. So, in order to have crossplay in the first place, players must be able to disable it.
This guy has no interest in shooting me. Oh, there we go. It's turning in now. Oh, oh.
But guess
That's a lot
what?
of guns. Oh. Yeah, there we go. So that's not too bad. Get the cheeky cap on C now. Some easy XP, I think. Yes, good job. C secure. Cap, move on to B. I think this will be a win, to be honest.
Yep. Looks like one. Pretty fast one as well.
I wouldn't say it's fast. It was definitely close, though. The team did really well. If their carrier flies over, I can probably just pop smoke and stop him resetting me.
Yeah, the
There-
carrier's in
Yeah,
trouble, but
there are no plans to change the French destroyer saturation. If they need more improvements to them, then maybe we can look into it. But we will have to figure out how that will work out after these changes have been around for a little while, so we have data about them.
let the changes breathe a
Yeah.
little bit before.
They've only been out for like 6 hours now, so
That's enough data. No, no.
far from it.
There we go. I managed to avoid him resetting the cap by popping some. Cheeky. He tried. We'll put the fire up now and just see if I can get a couple of them shut down. Right, on to B. Oh, main. Hello. Shooting at me.
So cruiser SAP. So the way that the shell damage cap against destroyer works is based off of purely the size of the gun. So if the gun is larger than 280 millimeters in size, so that means even Graf Spee guns, then the damage against destroyers will be capped at 10%. Since none of the Italian cruisers have guns that size, all of them can do their normal penetration damage to destroyers, and it is not capped at 10% for these ships.
I'm kiting. I'm dodging everything right now. Like they keep shooting at me and not hitting me. Oh, strong. I love it.
There are no plans at all to allow for 3 inspirations instead of just 2. We don't want to increase the strength of commanders by that much.
Oh, he's broadside too, right? Oh, dude. Nice and predictable. I might miss it though because he's turning away.
Oh,
No, got him. 3 citadels. Whoa.
Confederate as well.
Turn away and avoid these torpedoes. He's gonna beach if he carries on. Oh my lord, we shouldn't do it. Nani! Nani!
And you switch to SAP just
Oh.
for the
Okay, nice. Now we're gonna grab this cap.
and hand the civic.
Okay, cool. Well, good game. Can I like matrix dodge these carrier bombers? Is the
I don't think you're that fast. Well, we can see.
oh.
If he draws a good beat on you.
Oh, he got me in the
Ah.
rudder.
Yep.
Damn.
Battleship SAP versus destroyers is essentially the same as Battleship AP against destroyers. So they're because both are capped at 10% and they do comparable damage overall. Not too much of a difference.
You see the Lexington, it's like that meme like. Is he going forward? Yes, he is. I wasn't paying attention. He's going to get his tops on me, I think.
Is he? Oh,
Oh.
oh.
Rudder build.
Another build.
Yoink.
Okay, well, he tried. Where is he gone? Come on. Can I please farm some damage? Please, sir. Just a smidgen of damage. Is he turned
I
around?
have some more.
Oh, he's turned. Oh, he hasn't turned around. Okay. It's just concealment, being concealment things. Is launching 1 torpedo bomber. The desperate attempts of a deplaned Lexington right here.
Yeah, I think you may have turned down your volume a little bit too much. I'm not sure. So now we're getting complaints that they can't hear anything.
Oh, okay. Well. Come on. Don't tell me. Ah, yes. Sap. Sap. Mmm.
A little bit spicy. Let's see.
You seem to be enjoying the new sub.
The sub is strong. People were complaining about the reload nerf, but honestly, if we didn't, these things would be crazy.
Let's
Well, that's some
let's
good
drop
value.
down and do, let's say, what? I want to try out Trento with SAP. So let's go down to tier 5.
Tier 5.
Yep.
I think I'll play Hyuga, the winter skin, or ship.
I don't need that.
Okay. The Azuma is much better than when she was. Yeah, the Azuma is cracked now. The Azuma is one of my favorite ships in the game.
Yeah, it's Zuma is very, very strong.
It has a really troll play style though, because you can get such long ranges on it, like 22, 23 kilometers with like a 35% fire chance. When you play it, you can play long range and just shoot at battleships that don't have the capacity of hitting you back. And that's the predominant strength of Azuma. It's really slow, it's really big, it has a huge citadel. So if you try and play it like mid-range, you're going to get Thanos snapped out of the game. But if you're playing range and you're just playing it as a support vessel to make people waste their damage control parties, you can have a pretty high-end game.
Yep.
Tier
Zuma
5.
is really, really good.
Okay, I don't have a... I'm going to run the same build on Trento.
Yeah, Vanguard did get an HE buff just to make her the same as all the other British tech tree battleships, where all of them have 1/4 high explosive penetration. So now Vanguard also has that to bring her more consistent. We don't expect that to change her overall capabilities that much, but it helps make it make more sense.
So I don't have any games played in Trento on this account, so I'm just setting it up.
Yeah, I had to set mine up as well.
Yeah, 0 elite XP. I'll give it a crack. Are there any plans to add defensive AA sector? No plans as of this moment.
No, yeah, there's no plans to add defensive AA sectors, mainly because that is that's an extra action that you have to take that we don't feel is necessary in Legends, because there's already a lot more going on at once in the game. So
Okay. Kamikaze in the game. Ooh. West Virginia. Okay.
West Virginia, mountain mama.
Take me home.
No, no.
Yeah, Paulo Emilio is currently performing very, very well. The main thing with SAP is that we wanted to bring it for cruisers to kind of help them define themselves a little bit more. Paulo Emilio currently does perfectly fine as is, so and don't see any necessary reasons to change her.
I'm sorry, Panos. I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's my bad. I didn't expect the ship to be so agile. To be
What can
able
it
to
say?
turn
A
on a
turn.
dime, you know. Like,
I do a turn.
Simple as. I turn me ship. Enemy miss. Simple as.
solid tactic.
It surprisingly is a solid
Yeah,
tactic.
actually is.
You really frustrate battleship players in high tiers if you're running agile, because they're just like, why am I missing all the time? And they get more angry, so they keep shooting at you and they keep missing. And every salvo they fire at you and miss
And then you do
is
it again.
potential damage you've saved from your teammates receiving.
Yup.
Kabuki.
You have shots on it. Hello, Fubuki.
See, I can chunk
Oh.
the
Hello, Junwei.
John, wait.
cover.
Oh.
Where? Oh, yeah.
Middle of A.
I'm
Yeah,
spotted.
you spotted? Okay, I'll try to push a little bit, maybe get some attention.
The two West Virginians are in the middle. Oh, shooting at me. Turn. Oh, oh. Now they missed. Okay, that's one miss. They're both aiming at me. I'm gonna try and kite away here, but I think they might hit me as I'm turning out. Please don't shoot.
No,
right
just
now.
turn, look.
Turn. That first West Virginia is getting hit really, really hard. Oh. Hey. They missed again. I love these Italian cruisers. They're so good.
Are you good, Blip?
Good is a way of expressing it
Yeah, okay.
that I would not use.
Who needs armor when they can't hit you? That's the real question.
Yes.
I mean, that's the idea behind the Trentos. Because they have, like, what, 60 mils of armor?
Oh no, I made a
way
mistake
again.
here. That's gonna hurt.
Junwei.
I made a big mistake. Turn. Oh no, I made a mistake.
Oh, no.
It's fine. I'll
Should
manage
have
it.
turned.
Bonk.
I turned a bit too much there.
Bigger
and
bonk.
then-
We've got Alf Kenobi in this game. That's a name I recognize.
Who?
Alf Kenobi. He's a long time German player that has,
Oh.
like, well, last I heard, he has, like, 60,000 battles played. Yeah.
I don't think I have 60,000 battles played, like, in all games combined.
Is that aimed at me? Oh, okay, yeah, it was.
Okay.
Okay, I'm getting the heat is getting a bit too heavy. I'm gonna smoke up and have them shoot someone else from me because I was being crossfired pretty.
If you
pretty
can't handle
mercilessly
the, you can't handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen.
there. Yeah, I had to back out there. I was getting a bit too many people shooting at me there, so I was like, okay, let's just pop a smoke and let them shoot someone else.
Oh!
Oh, you got him?
Yep.
We'll put the camera on you because I feel like you're doing more right now.
This is a ship with a Luigi Sansonetti build, I'm not using the same build that Final Boss is using, and it's doing pretty fine so far. So I'm hitting what I'm shooting at.
I don't have much damage this game though. I feel like I've just been hitting like battleships nose in rather than shooting something that I can actually do real damage to.
Oh no. That doesn't look friendly. What are you missing?
Finally found a ship Final Boss is competent in. Why are you gonna do me like that, bro? Oh. Hyuga's there. Maybe I can get like a cheeky top off and just block him mid lane. If he doesn't already get killed by now. Oh no, Warspite guns are turning. Oh, okay.
I'm in danger.
Yeah, Hyuga's never mind, not Warspite, that's fine. Oh. Turn away. Turn around.
Yep, okay. There is another destroyer somewhere.
Yeah, it's Fubuki. He was like pinned against an island last I checked. No, last I saw him. Oh,
Oh.
there he is. But I am.
Is
not
that,
able to-
is that okay? Is he trying to
Yeah.
torp me?
He's not gonna. He just dropped all of his torps, so he did.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go get him.
I'm not trying a snail on stream. I don't care how many of you ask. I've not been on stream for like, what, 3 months, 4 months. First stream back. Have you ate
How
a
did
snail
that even
yet?
start? Like
I don't know. I don't know how it started. I just know that, okay, I've rammed
No.
into this guy trying to turn around. Oops.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that started. That one
Plus,
started.
guys, come on, this isn't serious. Like, if you want him to try Snake, you're gonna ping Robin about it.
Was the Xmas dinner successful? Yes. I think it
Yes,
was.
it was.
Yes. I cook chicken.
Hello, Fubuki. Bonk.
Was that what? That was Death Strike, no? Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Nice.
This
done-
is
I've-
why you play SAP.
I've
This
done
is why
nothing
the
this
reload's
game.
very long.
There's one more ship somewhere.
Premium bot lobbies.
I don't.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's a whole concept.
that's a whole. I was reading that comment just now.
Yeah. No.
These are players in this game. Like I can, I'm not going to one stream because I don't want to, dox people. But you can load their profiles and see.
Escargots in garlic butter is excellent. I agree.
To be fair, if there's any bot in this lobby, it's me. I've only got 30,000 damage. To be quite frank.
This Exeter might have quitted out,
No,
but he's the last one on the team. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's left. Question for you, Blip.
What?
Might not be a good time, but are there any good naval books you would recommend?
Oh, kind of depends on what you want to read about. One of the more recent books that I read was, before, what was it? It was about the Age of Sail by David K. Brown, or Age of Sail by David K. Brown. Basically, before the Age of Steam or something like this. That was really good. You can also read any of Norman Friedman's books on whatever like specific group of ships you would like to learn about. He's most reliable when it comes to American ships, less reliable when it comes to like German or British warships. There's a lot of good books out there. Generally speaking, the names you want to look for are like Jordan for French ships, McLaughlin for Russian ships. There are also some Russian names out there for Russian ships. German ships, you're going to look for like Groner or Dulin and Garsky. There's a lot of good books out there. Before the Ironclad, that's what it was. Thank you, Tactic Angel. I read that one recently and finished it up. Good book. Yep. So, why are there two cars on the back of Rochester?
Yeah, I actually wanted to ask that.
Yeah. So those cars are branded U.S. Navy. So those are going to be staff cars for, if let's say the admiral wants to take a holiday and drive around the town wherever, you can crane those cars off of the ship and place them on the pier and to drive wherever you need it to. So.
Okay.
And now we know. Like,
Let's see.
I can try and give a French destroyer a go, I think.
All right.
Okay, right. 7 rotten days. What is that profile picture on your YouTube?
best profile picture I've seen today.
BB-59. That is... I don't remember my numbers. BB-59. That's one of the South Dakotas. Is that Massachusetts? No, it's not Massachusetts. That's 60. Crap. Makes me feel bad. I don't know my battleship numbers.
You found a related question you can't answer. I think it's one of the rare recurrence here.
I don't remember the numbers. It's Massa? Okay. Yeah, because Alabama's... Yeah. I'll just go look. There we go.
Speaking of Alabama, there's a movie I watched for the first time yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Forrest Gump.
Oh, yeah. Alabama.
I've never seen Forrest Gump before.
You would never
Really?
see Forrest
Yeah,
Gump.
and I saw it for the first time the other night.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Forrest Gump is wonderful. So,
Good film. I enjoyed it.
no. BB-59 is Massachusetts, not Indiana. Indiana is 58, I think. But anyhow, books about Massachusetts, you're going to be looking for... Well, Friedman's going to cover it in U.S. battleships. I don't know if there's any about Massachusetts specifically. I'm sure there are. But if you're going to look for U.S. Navy books, look on the USNI website, U.S. Naval Institute. They are a publisher that publishes a lot of books about history and naval warfare. So that would be where I would look first. I can't think of any offhand.
Okay, just to keep within the question, get posted over and over again. We currently have no immediate plans for a new map. And to the question for the campaign, yes, that's it. So this is a 2-week campaign, a short campaign that focuses predominantly on commander leveling resources, where you can get 4 insignias, 4 universal accommodations, a bunch of promotion orders. I think there's a commander container in there somewhere, if I remember off the top of my head. You get 1,250 doubloons back, which effectively makes the campaign half price. Some players, in their own words, have quoted the 4 insignias and 4 universal accommodations worth that alone, on top of all the other rewards you can get. And the final milestone is a super center container, if I recall.
Yep. So
Okay, so tier 7.
Boss keeps looking over to his left as if he's checking if the dinner's ready. That's where Lane is set, so I'm looking at him as he talks. And then to my left here is one of our monitors. We have a monitor here, 2 monitors here, a monitor there, 2 monitors over there. It's like a whole...
there's a whole suite here.
So many monitors.
So I'm looking around at all our different monitors all the time to make sure everything's working.
Are you ready, Connor?
Yes, okay. So we're doing tier 7, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So, any news on dedicated ship stats? That is something we are working on, but it will be sometime later. So, but I can tell you where it will be. It will be basically another tab in the ship loadout screen, so that you can kind of scroll over to overview and then your stats per ship. So,
and then so another question: we now have a 3rd inspiration slot. No, there's no plans or intentions to add a 3rd commander inspiration slot right now. Right now, commander builds are already relatively strong, and this would just amplify. Okay, so I've not played a French destroyer in a hot minute.
Oh, so you're both in destroyers, okay. A, I guess.
Okay. I know that I normally read the chance questions, but if I'm playing a destroyer, I'm gonna have to concentrate because I don't normally play destroyers.
Oh, I'm gonna read a bit more.
So, the Alaska class is available in game as a legendary tier ship. So you can already go ahead and start unlocking her if you want to. Although calling it a pocket battleship is an interesting way to describe the class. Well, the reason to carry cars on the ship is so you might want to use them whenever you are in shore situations where you can just crane it off of the ship and go where you might need to go. I don't think it's something that was super common, but it may have been done.
I'll be able to get a cheeky cap here.
I've got twist and track to my right somewhere. But
Yeah, watch out. Top's coming through. Okay. I've got the cheeky cap drop.
Good. Charles Martel and then Gneisenau. Gneisenau has DCP'd, so...
Ooh. Probably the blind tops.
So the change to main battery reload boosters also apply, or the addition of main battery reload boosters to French destroyers also applied to ZF6 Caprice and the VF6, Caprice, and Sirocco.
Oh,
So it wasn't intended, but we consider it a happy accident because these ships could use a little bit of help. So that should be a pretty nice addition for owners of these ships. The update. Now they have extra mega reload boosters. Ha ha ha! Ha. Speaking of ZS6s,
okay.
I just got their destroyer.
Fine. So
I blind topped him earlier.
that's good. That's good. Okay, let's push the organizer now to get complete control of the flank. Oh, there is a Charles Martel, but you should be good from that one.
Guys, let's play.
Yep. Good, good.
Good.
Okay, should I chase the Charles Martel at this point?
I'm gonna head
Because I
towards the
have
box,
really
so-
good shots on Atlanta and Rochester.
Charles Martel popped me good. I'm not gonna go for him.
Let's see if it becomes a problem later. Torps, yeah.
So somebody comment that the Alaska class was designed to take on the Japanese B-65 class. Not actually, strictly speaking, true. So the American intelligence agency thought that the Japanese were going to be making something like the B-65 class, which is Azuma, and so they designed a ship around the intelligence data that they were getting, but that intelligence data was wrong. Then the Japanese got intelligence data that the Americans were designing a ship with these stats, and then designed the B-65 in response to the Alaskas. So by making something, or by thinking that something was going to happen, they ended up making it happen. And so, ironically enough, Alaska was designed to fight a ship that didn't exist, and then the ship that didn't exist came into existence after Alaska started being designed to fight it.
I'm picking a fight with an Atlanta right now, so probably a really dumb decision of mine, but I think I can, with the amount of health he has, I think I can get him. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, the Charles Martel is just gonna be annoying, so
Yeah, he's just running away. So
yeah.
I'm very aware of the Tillman class battleship designs. So they're like, you might be able to fit one into the legendary tier, but that would be a stretch. And I'm not a big fan of the designs, to be honest, and I am definitely not a big fan of the person that was Senator Tillman. So.
Looks like the game has come to its conclusion at this point.
Still got a little bit to go, but I have to get there first. There are no plans at this time to return Arc Royal to the store, though she will eventually make a return. So I guess no immediate plans.
Yeah, it's capping. This cheeky cap here. And that'll make me capping all 3 objectives.
No plans for Laterable to get a reload booster. The ship is doing fine, or even doing well, actually. Spotted. Oh, hi, Akazuki. How are you doing?
Oh, hello there.
Goodbye. Bye, I've got to tie
Oh, the game ended up capping. I could have got some XP, boys. No. Nice.
Any news on the Ibuki turret getting fixed? We are aware of it and working on it. So it's kind of a complicated fix. So we have basically kind of a two-step process to it. We can do a minor fix to it, which we plan to do, and then there's going to be a bigger fix later on that should address Ibuki as well as a bunch of other ships in the game that have some weirdness with turret angles. So
Okay. I got not a lot of base. That was gonna be a good base XP game. It wasn't. New 2000.
and we've been getting HE only Vanguard requests. So I'll
Why?
because we buffed
I
Vanguard.
know, but
Why? Oh man.
okay. Okay, we can play Vanguard.
I'll play
Vanguard?
Vanguard. You don't have to.
You're gonna run HE. Oh, okay.
It's a
HE
Vanguard.
only Vanguard pulls out Nelson. All right. Okay.
Fine. I'll change it from Nelson to something else. You want HE only Vanguard? I'll give you Cunningham.
I'll be back in a
Vanguard.
second. I need to go and grab some tissue.
So
Electric shock off the door again.
you don't know that like this building is cursed. That like we get electrically shocked on everything. So particularly Connor.
What is the most played legendary ship?
Most played legendary ship?
I think it's
Probably Yamato.
Yamato, yeah,
Yeah.
most likely.
It's probably Yamato. Shimakaze is probably up there. Yeah. Maybe Grocer Crew first.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I was meant to. Right, Vanguard. Right. Okay. What do I want to play? I'm gonna play Italian again. Bop bop.
Stop wearing nylon. I'm not wearing nylon.
Who's wearing
You're wearing
nylon?
nylon.
You might be wearing nylon. I'm not
Is this
sure.
nylon?
What is nylon?
So we can't answer whether or not some ships will come back for GXP or anything like this. So asking you that question, you can't give you an answer. And we can't give you an answer about adding other ships either. So that aren't in the game. So while the entry price is a full Admiralty backing, you will get 50% of that Admiralty backing back as soon as you get it. So you get 1,250 doubloons at rank 1 with Admiralty backing in the campaign. So the point of the campaign is a ton of commander resources, including commander experience, promotion orders, insignias, and commendations, so that you can upgrade your commanders more quickly. And so that's the main rewards of the campaign. The final reward is a Super Santa container, but the real rewards are going to be the commander resources, which are worth quite a bit to a lot of people.
Okay, I'm waiting to see if anything gets spotted over in B, but I don't see anything cropping up.
Captain Suzumo on fire.
Okay. Zoom out right here. Am I getting spotted if I fire here? No, okay, that's a cheeky spot I can sit.
Fire on Suzumo. So your bureau research points can only be used on some of the newer bureau projects like Daring or Begonia. So like the holiday bureau projects. So you'll have to use one of the newer bureau projects and then dump your research points into that. So you can just if you're working on older ones, then you can just switch to a newer one, dump your bureau research points, and then switch back, and that'll work. We can't add the functionality of research points to older bureau projects without completely resetting them for everybody. Which is not something that we are wanting to do, because that's kind of just confusing for people to just lose project progress out of nowhere. So
I'll just triple Citadel
yeah.
him and
le bonk.
Yeah, I saw a ship disappear.
bonk.
Yeah, the Izum is also not having much fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on this Kansas. Set him on fire.
There is an Atago that's quite bravely showing
I don't
broadside
have a shot
now.
on him. I just tried, but he's not within my like effective range.
Oh, yep. There's a quite beefy Kansas rushing in right now.
Yeah,
Brandenburg
he's
is
not
not
long for the
gonna.
world, I think, though. Just set him on fire.
The Kansas.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna be around. He's in an unfortunate like location, and his team aren't really supporting him by shooting the targets that are focusing him. He's not gonna be alive much longer.
Yep. So on the Azumo again. Thank you. My holidays were pretty good.
The real question: how's the cat doing?
The cat is doing very well. So too well, one might argue.
Hashtag Blips cat. My bureau is empty again. When is the next project? There is
Sooner rather than later.
there might be an Italian legendary tier project in the works. Who
Might
knows?
be.
Perhaps, could be,
Something
possibly,
like that.
Perhaps.
maybe.
Okay, Vanguard is not gonna be an issue now. But there's nothing else to shoot. So
So, when are we getting King Blip? I don't think that we are going to get a King Blip. So
what's a
I-
king blip?
I happen to like Prince Blip personally. So Prince gets like a lot of the most of the privileges of being king, but without the responsibilities of
about-
being king.
Princess Blip.
No,
Ooh.
no plans.
No plans.
I feel like I need to change my game attack from final boss to final loss at this point. I feel like I'm never top of the leaderboard.
Final L.
Tell us about your holidays, guys. You ask about us. Had a good time. What about you guys?
Is the Minotaur Citadel the entire ship?
Uh,
No. Well, yes, but actually no. The Minotaur Citadel is very huge, very easy to hit, but it only runs through the kind of normal Citadel portion of the ship, but it is well above the water line. So, but you can find details on that in the armor viewer if you have the ship.
Like if you sell broadside, expect to be citadel,
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah. Minotaur Citadel is very vulnerable.
What would you say is the biggest difference between a battleship and a battle cruiser, Mr. Blip?
I would say the biggest difference between a battleship and a battlecruiser is the intent behind them. So a battlecruiser is kind of meant to be fast reaction forces to either support the flanks of battleships or to work as counter raiding forces. So if somebody sends out a heavy cruiser to go raid merchantmen on the high seas, you send a battlecruiser to take out that heavy cruiser. Pretty much, but battlecruisers really go out of fashion after World War One, and essentially nobody really builds any battlecruisers after Hood, in my opinion. So.
This is my guy who matches me and he's smacking me. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
torch. Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw that now. Good. I think I dodged it, it's fine. Turning. Gotta live it.
I'm gonna take one, but it's fine.
We'll take one and shield me from it.
Oh, the other
Teamwork.
one is shooting me now. And he missed.
Hello, Amalfi. Oh, goodbye, Amalfi.
Hello, goodbye.
Hello, goodbye.
This is my final message. Save the world. Goodbye. Oh, he's pushing. Maybe I can get a cheeky top for the meme.
Is the next update going to be epic as a general question? The next update will have a lot of things. There will be a lot of some good things, and there'll be some things that like people are really hoping to have come that won't be there in the next update. But there will be some things as well that people are really hoping to have come that will be there next update. But you will find out next update.
No, you won't find out next update.
Well, you'll find out
Yeah, maybe
the
there.
Thursday before next update.
You know how you're gonna find out first? Follow the socials.
Yeah.
Down below.
The long-awaited water nerf.
Water nerf?
Yeah, you know, water's too strong. 100% of all ships have died while in water.
So are we finally doing that?
I'm
Oops.
not sure if 100% of all ships have died while they were in water,
Well, there are
but
more.
the vast majority of them have.
Yeah.
Because there are some ships that fell while they were in dry dock.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Isn't there a meme?
Well, it showed me wrong.
well, yes, but actually no.
There's a meme that goes with it. It's like there are so many warplanes at the bottom of the ocean and no ships in the sky. So
Technically, there was I don't think there are any currently, but there was air transportable submarines.
I feel like Prince Blip is just the actually meme guy. Like no
Yeah,
matter what
but-
you say, this dude's like actually
I just hap-
technically.
I just happen to know a great many things that people have misconceptions about.
of course, another La Fantastic is
gonna get your load.
rushing
Yeah, you
me.
are.
Yay. That is my fate today. It's fine. I accept. Oh, Odin got a Kraken.
When does Blip not be an American? Never.
Damn, I was the bottom of all of us this
I,
game.
I breathe, eat, and sleep American. Except on Sundays. So let's see. So that we did our HE only Vanguard game.
I think you were top of the board in that actually.
Was I top of the board in that?
I think.
Service circuit here. Nope, that would be Orochi.
Oh.
So
Who was top? Who was top the game before? Hang on.
the game before,
I've not been paying attention.
that was you. You left on task. So
Fantastic is a bit strong.
Fantastic is good. Good.
I think
vote.
Yeah,
you're winning
especially
there.
when
I'm
they're
pretty sure
rushing
you've been
me
ahead of me
around
more times.
islands.
I've been ahead of
Yeah.
you this stream.
I'm not sure. Maybe.
I think
but
so. I think you
let's
have.
see. But I haven't played or actually no, I played Trento, and I played French, played everything. So let me give. Where do we want to go?
And another Rochester game.
Okay.
Doing 7 again? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
What's
7
7 on
again.
players' time? I feel like I'm all Italianed out now. I'm full on pasta.
Italian out.
Italian battleships. Transition from cruisers to battleships. Simple as. Yeah, I kind of want to play another cruiser, but I don't know what. Let's look at premiums.
Yeah. So. There are, I'd say there's no plans right now for improvements to the like visual effects or anti-aircraft and that sort of thing. I have a feeling that the console hardware is probably a limitation on that, and our graphics guys are also working on other things right now. So
I have
we're always making small improvements to the graphics in the game, and so maybe it'll come in the future, but no plans right now.
Italian now we need to move on to Greece. Well, maybe.
Can we get hybrid carriers and rocket attack plans? I feel like you've.
Porque no los dos. No, there are no plans for either of those at the moment. So Elbing does not have the best Sigma in the game. Stalingrad still has the best Sigma in the game by a pretty large margin, but Elbing has the best dispersion in the game, bar none.
Stalin Chad.
Stalinchad. So Stalinchad still holds the shell grouping trophy. Probably will for a long time.
Stalingrad. It's one of the few ships in this game I feel like I'm just consistently good in.
Yeah, it's so good.
I like to think I'm a good Stalingrad player.
It's the entire dev team now working in Cyprus. The majority of the dev team is in Belgrade. Rochester's smoke firing penalty is for balancing purposes, so it is very large, but it is there for a reason.
Default reverse of the game at Azuma sucks. Azuma is a really high fire chance, super long range cruiser that's slow, sluggish, turns slow, it's long. If you get shot at, it's really weak. But the trick about Azuma is you can utilize its concealment and its long range to sit back and use it as a support vessel and waste. Early game at least, you sit back, make the battleships waste their damage control parties and just sort of reinforce like a flank and push through. But once you start to see the separation, you can push in and start getting cleanups with the AP. I have quite a lot of really high damage games in Azuma.
Azuma is very good.
It's just a very unique play style. Like early game, if you try and push in and play like a normal cruiser, you'll find yourself getting taken out quite quickly. But if you utilize its really strong HE and just begin to like whittle things down early game, and in late game begin to push in and secure a flank, it's super strong. Especially with its concealment.
I'm getting radared.
Yeah, same.
Like my firing range is 18.9 kilometers right now.
So Azuma used to be not very good, but nowadays Azuma is very good.
You got a very spicy buff. A very spicy buff. Although I can't shoot anyone. Everyone's behind an island or something. Like I don't have a line of fire on anyone.
Well, you got to change that.
I'm trying. I'm telling you.
Are you sure about
There's
that?
something in B.
Yeah, there's definitely something in B, and it probably has a radar. That's there. So it's probably a Wichita. Or the shores.
The source most likely.
That's the black. Good point. Yeah, black probably is the radar. Which means I should go get him. Hey, hey.
Wichita Sea at the back of B as well.
Yeah.
BG is like the last piece of pizza at the party. Oh man. I don't like that.
The only problem I have with the Zoom is its guns take so long to turn.
You'll
Like you want to change side and start setting the other way, you got to plan it like 15 minutes in advance because these guns just don't ever want to turn.
come around and see if I can find this. That's black in here. Yeah, sorry, bud. I'm abandoning you to the Hipper and the Fiji. Okay.
To be honest, if I get in range of you, you can fuel my refill station and give me the range that I can use to bully everything else.
I'm spotted by the black.
I'll put sonar up. Maybe we can spot his slow torpedoes and vents.
Oh, there's Wichita. Yeah, this is an idiot move. Look, big chunk on the Wichita. Oh god.
I'm spotted and
Yeah, I deserve
black
that.
is somewhere
I should have
near.
stayed and fought the Fiji.
Did we ever spot the black?
We good?
Oh yeah, black is in B.
Yeah, so Orkin is essentially designed around destroying, like, hunting down and destroying other destroyers. So that's its main thing. Like, the overview descriptions is based off of the history of the ship. So the history of the ship is that it did lose a torpedo launcher in order to increase its AA performance. That doesn't mean that it has particularly strong AA.
Starship I shoot and I went dark. It's a bit annoying. Okay. Oh, which is on my boards? Oh no, I made a mistake. I've made a big mistake. Yeah, big broadside to Wichita.
He's pretty far away from you, though.
Yeah,
So-
I'm getting those in, but I'm still gonna take a few hits in my superstructure. It's just health I don't need to lose right now. Yeah, I'm being crossfired. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try and get behind this island if I can. I don't know if I'm gonna make it at this rate.
There is a Suzuya
Oh.
coming in as well.
Michelle as well. This might be it for me.
What other games do we play in our free time? I think I can answer for us real quick. Connor plays Legends in his free time, and then in his other free time, he also plays Legends.
What is my purpose? You play Legends. Oh my god.
I play a lot of Hunt Showdown as well as Azure Lane, and I think Orochi plays a lot of Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Whenever we're not playing Legends.
Jesus, anyone else want to shoot at me, bro? Okay, BG.
Here, Torps as well.
Yeah. I don't have high hopes for you, Connor.
He says.
It's only 1v5.
There's only a
It's fine.
Richelieu right in your face.
No, just leave me alone.
Should have 10.
I'm dead, dude. There's nothing I can do here. They're all nodes in. Damn. Maybe. Oh, I was gonna get this
Oh,
stew and I
you-
died right at the
Citadel, then at least.
If I had one more gun, I could have really hurt that.
So what you're saying is we need an Azuma with an extra turret.
Yeah, that'd be very nice. Triple front gun Azuma, can you imagine? Oof.
Very nice.
Very nice. If you want a better Azuma, just play Yoshino. It's basically the exact same playstyle and it slaps.
Although it has a little bit of less main battery DPM. So.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's good. Although I was surrounded, I got one of them. Just Thanos snapped him out and I hurt his friend.
Why is Marlboro's Citadel so big? It is to encourage you to move around and make use of the ability to angle and kind of encourage that sort of playstyle where you swing in, swing out, the risk or reward of using all of the guns.
And not selling broadside to enemy targets.
So recommendation is do not just sail broadside. Swing in, fire your guns, swing out, and kind of do essentially an agile cruiser motion with the ship.
What ship are we talking about here?
Marlboro.
So the ship is a very strange acquired taste because it has this really huge citadel. One of its key strengths is its super heal, which makes it basically invincible against fire damage and almost and very hard to kill with flooding damage as well. So you can just let, like, if you get flooding or fire, you can just let it burn, and then as soon as it ends, pop your heal, get all your health back instantly. But the problem with it is, if you get citadel damage is not repairable. Like, you can get, like, what, 10% of it back, I think? Something like that. So if you get citadeled, your super heal is effectively worthless because you can't heal that back. So the main playstyle for Marlboro is don't get citadeled. If you don't get citadeled, you are very hard to kill.
Yeah. So you're saying the Marlboro is the world's largest light cruiser? Yes.
Yes.
What? Yeah. Okay.
If an aircraft carrier is focusing you, is like the perfect opportunity for you because you can just let that carrier waste time hitting you over and over again, and then you pop a button and get your full health back.
It feels like a Vanguard Plus. Yes.
Feels like a printer.
Like,
We can actually play some Marlboro now.
I'd definitely say my preference between the last two campaign ships is Marco Polo. It's not my particular playstyle, Marlboro. You really have to be just conscious of your citadel, and you have to understand what overmatches you and angle, and you have to really kind of have like this in-depth knowledge of penetration mechanics when you play Marlboro, because one penetration can, like a clippable phrase, but one penetration can ruin your whole game. I was going to say whole day, but I feel like that's less clippable.
Yeah.
So, any insight about how Marlboro versus Marco Polo in average damage and win rate? They're very comparable. So they're kind of in the upper end to middle part of the overall tier 8 bracket. So there's essentially the difference between the two of them is grasping at straws in terms of how well they perform. So they're just different. Marlboro isn't for everyone, but it's a decent ship.
They have a bit of a different playstyle, but depending on what you prefer, how you prefer to play your ships, you can make both work really well.
I thought you were taking. I'll take Marco then.
Oh, wait.
I'll take Marco.
Oh, I can take it if you want. I didn't realize you wanted me to pick Marco.
No, you're fine. Yep, there you go. And I'll take Marco with SAP.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, I'm a bit slow. It's been a crazy day for me.
Yeah. So, fun fact about Marco Polo: the high explosive shells are literally the same as Iowa's high explosive shells. It's the same shells.
Like what? Velocity?
It's the same shell. It's actually just using the Iowa shell for HE.
But how?
It's quite strong.
Yeah.
What's the lore
Okay.
behind this?
The lore is that the shell is literally the same.
Greek flag when? Γιώργο. Θα δούμε.
Do we know which ship was chosen more out of Marlboro versus Marco? I think Marco, but I also don't think it's by that much. So.
Mushashi feels like the hard counter to Marlboro. It kind of is, to be honest. In tier 8, Mushashi is the hard counter to it, because if you get one good Mushashi shell in Marlboro, it's like if you can Citadel Marlboro at the start of the game, you've taken the whole game away from them because they can't heal the damage back.
What's my favorite number? 131.
It's a very specific. Is that something you just made up on the spot, or is it actually your favorite number?
It's actually my favorite number. So.
Is there any context to why 131 is your favorite number?
So my first username that I ever made for RuneScape was Aflac 80 or 131. Sorry, So so at the time I just typed in 131 on the numpad, and it was like a really easy number press with your index finger and ring finger, and it is according to Jai, it's also a prime number. And off the top of my head, it does sound like a prime number. So more reasons to like it.
So, okay. It's an overly specific number. Like, I was expecting the meme lord in you to be like 420 or 69 or something. But no, you actually pull out a real number. Like,
No, it's just it was a convenient number to type out on a numpad, and so it was on our.
that's such a blip thing to say. I like this number because it's convenient.
Makes
This
things
guy.
easy.
that's the most blip thing you've ever said. I said El Minotaur at the start of the game, so now he's just trying to hide.
I was not the Aflac duck because I had it spelled with a K. It was AFLACK.
Yeah, the Minotaur is not having fun.
He's getting talked as well. He's just like, ah.
Stop!
Republic is taking
Well, he's
chunk.
playing Minnow and he's pushing mid B, so I don't quite know what the expectation was, but he's middle of the map at the start of the game.
There was a plan, but
I'm
was
not
a
sure
good
if there
plan.
was a plan. There was an execution.
An attempt.
Not even sure there was an attempt.
Destroyed by Kleber. Poetic. Or,
Why
or
is
you're
Bismarck
reversing.
always
actually.
getting nerfed? Bismarck has never been nerfed. Ever in the game's history. So, no. Has been buffed many times.
Bismarck players. Is this loss? Right as I shot at the... I'm gonna put the comment to you because you're doing more than me. As you will put the camera on Orochi for a change. I feel like he never gets a spotlight. There you go. Now's your time to shine a Marlboro.
Oh no.
Don't throw.
Oh no.
It's your
Oh,
one
no.
time.
Anyway.
It's your time on camera.
So yeah, look.
Please
you
clap
just
this bear,
swing
please.
in, get your guns on target, get the shot, and then again try to present a smaller profile.
I hit him with a single
Angle
AP
better.
shot.
Come on.
Marco just slapped me for a lot of it.
I hit them with 2. Yeah, Kleber should be gone.
He's trying to do the Kleber torpedo thing.
He's trying to go all out nuke a build basically, and it just
Yep.
didn't work.
There was,
Is there a ship?
but that is no longer
Oh,
the way to
did
play.
the gearing torp?
Zumo at like 15 kilometers away. Oh. I've just realized I've been running an Arthas to cold build this whole game, and I've not once fired a catapult fire.
Yeah, the gearing
What is
probably
wrong with
did
me? I'm
not
doing that
work.
right now. Watch me just smack this Izumo. Come on, please. No, that was awful. Sad.
There's a no HP gearing next to me.
Yeah. Move in towards the middle.
There's a Mushashi right at the back of the map.
Yeah.
Missouri is still purchasable in the store. It's in the forge for 30,000 steel.
It can't be purchased for doubloons, if that's what you're asking. It's
Yeah.
only for steel.
And we do not intend to change that. So,
There is a gearing, by the way. Blip.
yep, sneaking around. Well, the Kleber's got him.
Just gonna cap C real quick.
More details about the brawl mode will come out closer to whenever they're available. So that will be later this week. So I'm not going to answer that question because I don't know off the top of my head what the tiers are.
I think I do, but I feel like I'm gonna just let them wait for the article.
Right. Pop the reload.
There'll be a full article on it talking about like the game mode parameters, what the effects are, and what the deal is. There'll be a dedicated article for it.
There are so there's no immediate plans to add more ships to the forge, but we are working on plans.
Oh, it got me right in the cheek. Izumo just smacked me.
I wanted to chase this Zeno around, but the Marco is
Yeah.
stopping me.
He shot me, I shot him back. Simple as. Ooh.
Can somebody kill that Des Moines, please? Please? Please?
I don't think I don't have a shot.
Fine,
I
I'll
don't
do
have
it
swords.
myself. Why? Okay.
However, I will give one hint. So for Brawl, there is a well-requested Brawl that's kind of in the works. And secondaries only. So you got that to forward to eventually.
Ooh.
Bonk.
Is this overmatch?
That is not how you Des Moines should have been firing AP. But never interrupt the enemy when they're doing something wrong. It is impolite.
Is that like an actual quote from somewhere? Like from an admiral?
Mighty Jingles said it a lot, but I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody in particular said it.
I thought you were saying this was
That
like
would
some,
be it. That it is a quotable. quote.
sounds like some Sun Tzu wisdom right there. I'm about to ruin this whole Conqueror's career unless he hits me in the cheek and ruins mine, which he hasn't. So, because I overmatch him, I'm just gonna point blank him.
And if that doesn't work, I'm coming around. Yeah, I knew what was coming with that Marco Polo, and it was probably a ram.
What are the chances of there being a new game mode like Escort added to Legends? Right now the chances are 0 because it's not in the works. But in the future, who knows?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Detailed in-game stats still scheduled for this year? Yes. So,
Hang on, I'm just gonna put the calendar real quick because I feel like I've got an opportunity here.
I just. Oh, slap.
Back to you.
But you slapped him even harder. So, in Poland, if you wish to do that, you need to contact our support team, and they will see if they can help you. They can't help you in all cases, but you can always contact them. Always interrupt Blip, especially when he's wrong. Sun Tzu. Sure. Okay. Well, if support said no, then they cannot do it. So, sorry. There's specific policies that they have to follow.
What are the chances of removing Epicenter from the rotation? Oh, I think it's here to stay, at least for now.
Epicenter provides a little bit of a variety in terms of what you will encounter and how people will play it. So, no chat. No. Yeah. I should have been suiting SAP there, but since I had the turrets and different reloads, I didn't want to switch.
Who's top this game? Oh, okay.
It's the one who complains that is never top on the scoreboard.
I am never normally top. Like, I'm not. Whenever I play with you guys, you're always smacking me. Same with Robin. Robin's always above me. I want to get above him, I'm like, yeah, because I've got ahead of him.
See. We got time. We got time for maybe one or two more.
Yeah,
so
we have some time.
do you want to take suggestions or requests? Maybe.
Yeah, we can take suggestions
It's
if you want to
time,
see us play a ship. Tell us, we'll play it.
Tell us, and no, and what did we play last time? Tiger 59 Division, I think.
We did do a Tiger 59 division, but
Yeah, we're not doing that again.
no.
You would find another one.
Get this. Blip will never admit wrong. I will admit
Final's
wrong.
not a top. You heard him. Come on, boys.
I've admitted wrong
Come
before.
on.
So
All right. Well, if you suggest something, we'll play it. I don't know. We have 1 or 2 games left.
You have 1 or 2 minutes to think of an interesting comp for us.
Final in a British CV. If it's one in particular I have in mind, I'm not playing it. I will not play Ark Royal.
Nino Bixio division. I don't want to lose my record to Connor.
As of right now, Prince Flip has the record in Nino Bixo, and
World record Nino Vixio holder right here.
I've not been playing it. He doesn't want me to play it, so I'm not. Tier 1. I feel like, no, okay, well, I need some, like, we'll say at least tier 4 and above. Let's not go and smack. ST61. I'm the only one here with that.
Yep. We have, or Orochi and I have not earned it. So
for ST61, even the wargaming staff don't have it. It's truly, truly unique to those who have earned it. So, I mean, I have it and I can play it, but it won't be a full ST61 division. They don't have. We'll play it then. I can put it up. I'll bring it up.
yep. So we'll do tier 5 then.
Okay, I'll put the camera on me so they can see it if they want. Oh. Okay, so tier 5, destroyer, German.
Play what?
For those who want to know about the ST61, it is a super tester exclusive ship. For those we have in our testing program, we reward those who really kind of go above and beyond by giving them an exclusive ship. It is a T61 in every single way, identical, stats are identical. The only difference is it has a unique name and a unique camouflage. ST standing for super test. It is the rarest ship in the game right now. There's roughly only 35 of them in existence.
Yep.
And it is, yeah, it's a T61 with a unique camo name. Obviously, we have the Oleg meme wrote on this in Oleg We Trust, and it says in the front ST61. But there's a story behind this. So, in Super Test, we announced we were doing a Super Tester exclusive reward ship, and we let the testers vote on what ship they would like to have. And they voted amongst a big variety of ships, and they picked the T61. But then we had a competition where all of our testers designed a camouflage, and then they themselves voted on the one they thought was the best. And the winning design would be the one that would be featured on the ship. So this one was actually designed by one of our testers and was voted to be the best. And as a homage to the designer, it says in the description, the creator and the designer of the ship. And obviously the normal perma camouflage on a T61 is called the Type 61. So the camouflage in this one is the S-Type 61. Again, rolling with the joke. So if you ever come across one of these, be sure to shoot it instantly and make the super tester have an awful day.
Yeah. What is my purpose? You become a target.
What
Oh
is
my
my
God.
purpose? You are the first to die in every game. Oh my god.
Yeah. So
Did you steal yours then? I didn't steal mine. So I am the manager of the program. I lead the program. And before I joined Wargaming, I was actually a super tester myself. So I was a part of the super test program for 2 years, and then when I joined Wargaming, I took over the program. And I now lead the program internally. If you wish to join the super test program, keep an eye out for our applications. We every now and then on social media we'll be doing a recruitment drive, and we put out an application, and you can apply. But we do get quite a lot of applications. I think last time we did an application phase, it was like over 1,500, and we only picked 80 people. So make sure you take your form seriously and you try your best with the questions, because that is what you're picked for. Boss is the boss. Not quite, but.
and he's not exactly the final boss, but he is the final boss. Well,
He's the 12th final boss.
I technically mean like Jan is final boss 13.
So we are going A.
Yeah, we can push an A.
I'm full AA, by the way, so...
AA? What should be playing?
Hmm?
Oh, Dunkirk, California. Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, nothing would have any issues.
missionaire. French dispersion.
We'll put the focus on you because ultimately this gameplay isn't any different from a normal T61, so we'll transfer it. Oh, Akat. Okay. Oh no. Oh, okay. It's tops.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. They missed me. Oh, I want to push around and get that Akat, but there's a cruiser behind the island. Oh, okay. That's another top. I really have it to take me. I'm good. Okay, I was stinky feeling this Akat's going to try and creep around this island, so I'm going to try and cut him off. Because if I use this rock to protect me, he shouldn't be able to have the cruiser support him.
I'm gonna push a little bit to draw some attention.
Okay. I'm gonna eat that torp.
Do you have a will to
Always.
rebuild?
I don't think I do.
Contesting. Right, okay.
No, I don't. I got
So
right
he
answers.
must
Okay, so I'm
actually
pushing a
be
bit more
Well, I'm
aggressively.
dead.
right here. Okay.
Yep, there's the Akatsuki.
Rochi.
I'm fine, don't worry. Oh, you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was sledding and have my DCP down. So.
I'm gonna try and push this Akat out of the cap, but he's. I've got him perma spotted, so I don't think he's panicking now. That cruise is gonna hurt me.
Yeah, I need to get out that fuso.
He still has tops left.
Yeah, I'm also a bit surprised.
He should have wasted them. He tried to fire them all at the battlefield.
Yeah, he might be running like maximum load.
Yeah, could be. He's turning away though, so he's trying to run. We've got sonar up, buddy.
Are you
Not going
good?
anywhere.
Might get him with secondaries. Okay, we're fine.
I wonder if I like just live in this corner. If he tries to creep out, because if I get myself detected, he might try and chase me. I really hope he creeps out to shoot me. That'll be hilarious. Come on. You know you want to kill me, cruiser. I'm purposely making myself spotted. Creep out. You know you want it.
Yeah, he's just gonna farm.
Depressing.
I think Legal even has 155 mil, so 26 mil.
I don't think he's gonna come forward.
Yeah, he's gonna hit me though, pretty hard.
Ah, we have the Duke of York enjoy in the game.
Duke of York slaps.
It's good. Good boat.
I'm gonna die to this. Yeah, he's pushing out now. I made a mistake, boys. I made a big mistake.
Maybe I can lap him.
I don't think so, not in time.
Just maybe. No, powerpoints. Actually, can you get behind me? Like, my ship's so fat.
You missed it, nice.
It's fine, I'm blocking the cells.
Yes. But block all the torpedoes too while you're at it.
That's fine, that's fine. I have DCP and will to rebuild.
I guess I'll try and stay within your will then. Hold on, let me turn
Yeah,
around.
it's fine. We'll get through this.
I can probably flank and get on his like broadside point blank. and
There's
sit
also a
down.
very angry North Carolina coming my way.
Yeah, I see him. Right, I'm gonna try and get around the side of this island and get on his broadside, because I might just be able to smack him with AP and get him out of the game if he focuses you enough. Spotted.
He's
Oh, he's
actually
right
super
here,
low.
dude. Oh dear. I thought I was gonna
You have
push
smoke
you,
or
but he didn't.
something?
Okay, that's not good for me. I'm
There's
gonna die
a
here.
T61
Yeah.
as
I
well.
was gonna push you and you pushed me.
Yeah. Okay, Let's see what we can do here, actually. Can I spot him before he...
I was not expecting him to creep out like that on the other side of the island. Caught me off guard.
Yeah, that Gillisonaire was playing exactly right. So
He was playing really well. He's avoiding the battleship and focus on destroy it. I feel like a thrill.
can we see the stat sheet for all the ships? Probably not. So the stat sheet has a lot of information on it that like how many games are played that we do not want to exactly share. But there might be some elements of it that we can share and reveal for like specific ships. So the big overall sheet, no.
Are there any openings for CCs?
what?
That's the question.
Generally speaking, probably not. So we have a lot of CCs at the moment, and so if somebody wants to become a CC nowadays, they will have to show that they are quite exceptional and worthy of joining in. So
I thought the Garrisonier was the one capping for real, anyway.
What is the qualifications for a super tester, right? So it's not exactly qualifications. I'm not checking if you have a PhD or a master's degree in something crazy. Basically, it's a form that we'll put out that everyone can respond to. And what the questions inside the form are testing is, the questions will be something like, describe a current bug you're aware of, or how would you explain this? Or the questions that are trying to identify whether or not that you're because English is a required language, so we're checking that you're fluent in English. We're checking that you're able to coherently and describe a problem in a way where we can understand it, but also from a technical point of view where our developers can understand it and replicate the problem. And we're just checking that you have the ability to like acknowledge and understand problems and also have an eye for fine details, because a lot of super tests, the problems tend to not be obvious. They tend to be very specific or niche issues that require fixes, but we need kind of trained eyes to spot them. It's a volunteer program, anyone can apply. We usually do a recruitment like 2 or 3 times a year, I'd say, and
you do not have to be a good player to be a super tester.
No.
So because we want to kind of, because different players will navigate through just go through the UI at different speeds or different ways. So we also want to gather information like that, because you might go to one UI screen in a completely different way that we never expected and break something, for example. So getting people of a wide range also helps.
And what we look for is once you kind of join the program, so you test anything that's coming to the game in the future. So game modes, ships, maps, concepts. Like a lot of concepts will go into super test and not end up being released publicly. And we're looking for you to check for technical errors, bugs, crashes, because one crash in super test can translate to thousands in the live game. So we're catching crashes and fixing the causes, or like visual bugs, UI bugs. But we also sometimes will delve in and we'll ask for thoughts on something, like, does this feel fun to you? Does it not feel fun? What could be improved? And they sort of help us shift the direction sometimes of content we're releasing. And a really good example is Brandenburg. That came into super test and was not as strong as it was on launch, and super testers just didn't resonate greatly with the ship, and they were saying it's really, really inherently weak, and our data was also suggesting so we kind of got some buffs together. So a lot of the performance improvements to that ship was a direct result of super test. So testers will never tell you what they do in test because they're protected by an NDA, but very often a lot of their feedback will directly translate to the game in one way or another. It's it's a unique opportunity, but it is quite competitive to get into. Unfortunately, I would like to say that we could take everyone, but we just don't have the logistics to take thousands of players into testings at the moment.
Yeah.
So
So the shells falling short bug. Why not just address dispersion across the board and reduce RNG? Essentially, because that will be a inordinately powerful buff to battleships. Generally speaking, the cruisers and destroyers pretty much all have the same dispersion, with some exceptions. Destroyers all have the same dispersion, and so increasing all dispersion is going to make battleships even more strong than they already are, and that's something that we don't want to have, or to increase too much. Because they are already essentially the strongest class in the game.
But
So
just
that's not really a viable fix.
just following the comments though. So super testing are not there to balance, right? So if a strong ship makes it to the game and it's too strong or it's too weak, that isn't a direct result of super testing. That's usually something that we've like internally within wargaming have let slip. Waymar being a really good example is that we just didn't expect it to have the huge impact it had. Super testing is more technical issues. So is my gun rotating? When I fire in this direction, are the shells flying in that direction? Or is half of my ship going invisible? Is the mesh visible? Like, is it clipping in the ocean? Am I flying through islands? Or when I press buttons in a very specific order, is it instantly crashing my game? And they're catching these kind of problems that
Technically, yes.
would ruin your experience, right?
Yeah.
They're catching the problems that that will crash your Xbox or corrupt a file or make a ship not load or put you in an infinite loading loop. And the really tedious tasks are the ones that they catch. Are super testers allowed to stream? Yes, they're just not allowed to stream the tests.
Yeah, obviously, like you can't stream what you're testing
I
on
mean,
the game.
if they're playing the live game, they can stream, but they cannot show anything that is being tested because it is all under a non-disclosure agreement.
Yep. So, and so you picked 80 out of 1,000. What stood out for those 80? How can I make myself more competitive to get one of the small ST positions that are open when they're open? The correct, or you can add to it.
Okay.
But the first thing I would say is that show that you can read directions and read and understand things that we are saying in the form. That will help you a lot.
Yeah, so I can be completely frank because it changes every year. So in the most recent form, a good example is at the very start of the form on the first page, it was like, hello, this is the form. Make sure you put your gamer tag in correctly, so we can catch you. And at the very bottom, it said, and remember, all hail Oleg. Right, and I was at the very top of the first page. And by the time you got to like the third or fourth page, the final question was, all hail, ? And people would put all sorts of stuff like, all hail the community managers, all hail Wargaming, all hail Georgia, all hail Atlanta. And it was only the people who had the keen eye to pick the Oleg and put it in the final question that passed that initial selection. That's our initial filter. So that question alone will filter down the applications from 1,000 to 200, right? Because in super test, a lot of the problems require a very fine eye. So we're looking for people who can spot these tiny details.
There's a test in the
So
form.
we often have a filter question that instantly filters out most of the applications. And then from that point, we'll look at the ones who answered the filter question and we'll begin to kind of really closely evaluate their answers for everything else. And we're looking for details. When you're describing a bug, what console are you using? What visual display is it? In the 4K 60, or the high definition fidelity. What time was the game? When did this occur? What map? We're looking for these really specific details that, hypothetically, if you had a bug, we can take your answer, give it to QA, and allow them to replicate that in a 3D environment. So we're looking for these technical answers. So take your questions seriously. Don't rush through them, and just add some thought to them. You'll be surprised how many people just will throw answers out with little thought, and that instantly gives you a kind of advantage over everyone else.
Yep.
And a lot of people will go, I'd be great in the program, because we'll have one question that will say, why do you want to join? And we'll always have one guy who goes, I'd be great because I have 40,000 games and a 70% win rate. And that's not what we're looking for. Like, we want a variety of skill levels. I remember accepting a guy in myself. I approved his application where he in the why do you want to join program, he literally wrote, I want to join because I'm a below average player and I think I offer a unique perspective for people who are learning the game. I was like, okay, fair enough. And we took him in. We have the very competitive players and we also have the casual players. And it presents an interesting point because, as Blip mentioned before, a new player might have suggestions for a UI to simplify it, whereas a veteran player who's so just like familiar with it can blast through the menu with no issue, or blast through commander builds with no issue. So we took a variety of people from a variety of different backgrounds. Just answer the questions honestly and do your best. As long as you take it seriously, you already have an advantage over everyone, to be completely honest with you.
Yep.
So I feel like we're taking too much of the stream to talk about super tests, so we'll move
We're
on.
kind
But
of towards the end of the stream.
But
here,
thank
so.
you for your enthusiasm, at least. It's great to see that some of you do want to try and help and, contribute to the game. And it's great to see you all kind of getting involved this way.
Yep.
So what time are we? 7
We're
and
at-
6. We've actually over our time window now for
Yep.
the test. So, for the stream.
So can we get some internal insight on the will to be rebuild nerf? So I guess the insight I can give you on that is that that's still like kind of we haven't decided when or where we're going to jump on doing that. So essentially, there are other skills that we're going to change before we get to that one.
One last question. How do you spend research points earned in the campaign? So some of the newer Bureau projects, you can use them to skip stages. So Begonia,
Begonia, Daring,
Daring.
The anniversary one, if I remember right.
Yeah.
If there was a holiday one. So
The
basically
newer
the new ones.
Yeah.
So the old ones like Yamato or Montana or anything like this, you cannot use your research points. But if we look here on Daring on mine, I can go to the segment and I can
Go to the
break through
breakthrough,
using them.
You see it says doubloons or research points, and you can use it to skip the stage.
Yep.
Just be aware you can only have so many Bureau research points at any time. So
Yeah.
make sure you spend them so you can keep earning them.
Yeah, you can only. I think you can only have up to 3 million at a time.
I think if you go back, it says actually somewhere on one of the windows. I can't remember where entirely.
Yeah, on below the campaign, basically.
Oh, there you go.
It's up to 3.
So it says
3.5
research points
3.5 million,
at the
yes.
bottom left. There you go.
Yep.
And on that note, I think it's time to bring the stream to an end. So thank you to everyone who joined us. We got through some of the questions, not all, but you're also welcome to reach out to us on Discord via our public channels or DMs or however you like. We're around most days. We're talking in the server, being friendly and chatty.
So hold up on the change for Will to Rebuild is just kind of sort of we get feedback both ways on Will to Rebuild. Some people want it gone, some people want it nerfed, some people want it buffed, some people want it to just stay the way it is. So in order to we haven't decided whether or not we want to go the full leap and make changes to it and that sort of thing. So essentially that's the holding point. There's nothing technical going on there.
And on that note,
Yep.
right.
On that note.
You can say your farewells and we'll cycle through, I think.
All right. So thank you for coming, everyone. We know this is a sort of a small update, and it's only a couple weeks long, but we will have more and after these 2 weeks are over. So thank you for coming and hanging out with us and enjoying this sort of relaxed stream. And we wish you to have a wonderful couple weeks, and we will see you next time.
I'll pass it to you, Reggie. Oh, me. There you go.
Thank you for being here, everyone. Don't forget to follow our socials and down below in the description. That's how you get to know first what's coming in the updates. Enjoy this one. And yeah, passing over to a final.